Hello, welcome to SquishiVision. OBS is misbehaving, so if this all cuts off and goes to heck, then you know why. It's because OBS is crashing for some reason. But this is me reacting to Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny official trailer. I think this is what we dropped on Friday of the Star Wars Celebration Europe event. As much reacted yesterday, I forgot. So we're reacting to it now. I have a bunch of trailers I need to catch up and go through, so I don't know if we're going to necessarily waste much time with kind of the pre-flab. You know what it's all about. I've reacted to the teaser and another teaser trailer, so yeah, I think we can just jump straight in and see what new nuggets we can glean from a franchise I'm not particularly fond of.
I'm retiring.
Well, in that case, what are we drinking?
Same for the goddaughter.
Dad told me you found something. On a train during the war. A dial that could change the course of history.
Why are you chasing the thing that drove your father crazy? Don't move.
We need to get out of here. Stop! Sorry.
Helena! Dr. Jones, get him. Hitler made mistakes, and with this, I will correct them all. You stole it. Then you stole it.
And then I stole it. It's called capitalism.
This way!
Fasten your seatbelt. There might be some turbulence.
You've taken your chances, made your mistakes. And now, a final triumph.
Indy! Give him hell, Indiana Jones! A few times in my life, I've seen things. I've been tortured with voodoo. Been shot 9 times, including once by your father. Sorry! But I've been looking for this all my life.
Well, yeah, that was a pretty decent trailer actually. I think I like because I mean, okay, so the series is the final installment in the Indiana Jones series. I think they said that about. I think this is the second final installment we've got. So you know, how much you believe that's up to you, I guess. But I mean, okay, let's just think about it. This is the final Indiana Jones film. They're definitely leading into the whole end of a journey thing by essentially retconning a previous adventure, but it's not really retconning because it's not changing continuity. But they're establishing that this entire time essentially is one thing. So we get a bit more of a dynamic between. We get a bit more of Phoebe Waller-Bridges. Is that her name? We get a bit more of her in this trailer than we've got in the previous ones. I think a bit more of her kind of personality, a bit more of her kind of wit. I think is in here, which is. I mean, I'm not that familiar with her. I do know of Fleabag. I tried to watch it once and then didn't think it was for me. I think I tried to watch it once and was like, I don't think it's gonna be for you, Harris. I'm like, nah, I'll see where it go. And then I don't think I ever watched it again, so I think that person was right. But so this is definitely focused a bit more on that. And a bit more on the kind of whole like we get a bit more plot here, so if we're assuming the Dial of Destiny here has perhaps got some kind of magic properties that let you kind of time travel and undo elements of like what happened in the past, it's clear what the kind of threat is if a neo-Nazi gets it and tries to like undo Nazism falling. I mean, not that they need a Dial of Destiny to do that because that's kind of what's happened anyway, but whatever. So yeah, I mean, we kind of script through this and like, you know, point out like things that will that we kind of notice. Obviously, it's. I think you know. They established here this is very much a past their prime. Well, I mean, they established here at least it's a past their prime Indiana Jones, and something perhaps is I don't know, kind of like well, this is all very morbid, but also like I'm kind of past having to deal with like all the like malarkey stuff. So it's a very much a middleish ground. I mean, here he looks a bit fed up, but like, I mean, I guess here he doesn't. He seems kind of satisfied. It's hard to tell. I mean, it's out of context, and also Harrison Ford just has that whole kind of fed up aspect to him anyway. But who knows? And then we get the kind of the connection here. And I mean, maybe it's just me. The CGI of his face gets better each time we see a new trailer out. But so I guess it's established here that Toby Jones is playing who will be Phoebe's. What's Phoebe's character's name? Can't remember now, but her character's father. And yeah, so they had an adventure revolving around whoever Mads Mikkelsen's playing in the Dial of Destiny. Here, and it wasn't resolved, and now it's going to get resolved like about 20-30 odd years later. And I guess for whatever reason Indiana Jones decides to help her out a bit. And yeah, that's the call to adventure, and then the villains come looking and all this kind of thing. And then, for whatever reason here, her character, I'm going to say lightly backstabs Indiana Jones. I don't think it's a complete betrayal. I think it's more of a kind of, I'm going to do this on my own kind of thing, betrayal. That seems to be the vibe I'm getting from this.
Sorry.
Helena, thank you, Harrison Ford.
Dr. Jones, get him.
Because the guy just doesn't age. I can't tell if this is a flashback or not, because the guy just doesn't age. I mean, not sure if this is gonna seem less silly in the theaters. It seems quite. This will be the first and only Indiana Jones film that I've seen in the cinema. Assuming I do go and see it. All the other ones, I think I saw. I feel like I saw Indiana, the first three Indiana Jones on TV, and Crystal Skull. I saw it on a coach and school trip, and then on TV. This will be the first one I'm actually going to cinemas to see. This whole being chased by a train thing is a tiny bit silly, but I guess it's not like out of the realms of Indiana Jones silly.
Hitler made mistakes, and with this, I will correct them all. You stole it. Then you stole it.
And then I stole it. It's called capitalism.
I mean, I'm not going to necessarily disagree. I just think it's not the funniest thing you could probably say in that moment. Maybe it's funnier in the actual film. I love how they kind of keep trying to establish that even at his old age, he's physically fit to just beat up a whole bunch of people. And I don't know. I feel like Harrison Ford probably could beat up a whole bunch of people, to be honest. So.
Fasten your seatbelt. There might be some turbulence.
Oh, turbulence. Well, he was saying triplets. I'm like, what's a triplet? Is that a German thing? Turbulence. That makes more sense.
You've taken your chances, made your mistakes, and now a final triumph.
Indy! Give him hell, Indiana Jones! A few times in my life I've seen things. I've been tortured with voodoo.
We don't talk about Temple of Doom.
been shot 9 times, including once by your father. Sorry! But I've been looking for this all my life.
So you get a bit more of a kind of the action set pieces in here, the whole like, you know, obviously brawls and the climbing and adventuring. It's hard to really guess to be honest out of context. And I guess I'm very much dampened by my, honestly I hate it, but like my lack of real care in Indiana Jones. To be honest, as a franchise, I've never really got that invested in it. But I'll go see the film and maybe I'll be proven wrong. It's the thing is like Indiana Jones as a media thing was pivotal, like in establishing, like, I mean, well, it was, so obviously we had the whole kind of like serialized adventure thing on that used to be on TV that was like the predecessor of this, and that was the archetypal thing. I mean, this kind of took that element and made it into a blockbuster film, and it revolutionized like how we made adventure films from that point onwards. But now the adventure genre has kind of moved along, and it's like, well, what's so special about Indiana Jones other than it was the first to do it? Fine, but that was like 40 years ago now. And I know that's like a really controversial thing to say for a beloved franchise, but at least when I watched the first Indiana Jones, I could be like, I can imagine, because you know, it's you watch the first Indiana Jones, and it's just you can tell by the way it's shot, but it's obviously a film made 40 years ago. You're like, oh, I can imagine being watching this 40 years ago and being impressed, and I can actually like internalize that amazement. Well, here I'm like, well, now I'm watching just another adventure film in 2023, so I don't think the trailer's doing it justice. I have to wait until the film comes out, and maybe I'll be impressed, maybe I won't be. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this. Sorry, it wasn't particularly great, and I'm gonna set up another trailer to react to now. Well, they dropped the trailer for Peter and Wendy. I literally just reacted, albeit late, to the teaser, but they've dropped a full trailer, so let's give that a gander. Be back in a bit. I missed the button. I missed the button that ends.